Here's the challenge. How can we implement renewable energy sources to reduce U.S. carbon emissions by 2050? Well, that's no simple task, and yet the students of a first-year seminar core class at Lewis and Clark College were asked to propose a plan for doing so. So we hopped on a bus to go visit a working wind farm, one incredible example of a renewable energy source. We passed some big dams, which juxtaposed our journey to the wind farm, especially considering that a common criticism of wind energy is its aesthetic impact upon landscapes. So it was an interesting comparison when we started to spot wind turbines in the distance, which was super exciting. The Rattlesnake Wind Farm is a 13-year-old facility where there are more than 95 total turbines, creating 2.1 megawatts of energy per turbine. That energy powers 30 to 40,000 homes a year. That's impressive. Professor of the class, Jessica Kleiss, believes that first-hand experiences are really powerful and wanted to give students the opportunity to directly talk to experts in a casual, friendly manner in order to break down industry barriers, as well as give students an insider's look into the challenges of real-life implementation of renewable energy. We learned that wind farm technicians use a lot of the same gear as rock climbers in order to ascend through the inside of the wind turbines more than 80 feet up in the air. They even let us try on some of their gear.
People working here are super cool to talk to. When you're far away, they just kind of look like maybe like a pinwheel or something, you know? They're hard to get the scale of when you're far away because the thing on the top is like the size of a bus.
Would you ever want to climb to the top of one?
Yes, but I don't think anyone would ever let me. And I think that's fair.
Yeah.
I was pleasantly surprised by the sort of community impact, and they were talking a lot about how the wind farms pay a lot of taxes, just property taxes and business taxes and equipment taxes, and how a lot of that just goes into the local community. And I don't know, I think that's really cool, and it's very direct, directly going into the people who live here. So yeah.
The class gathered everything they had learned at EDP Renewables and got to the drawing board to propose a realistic plan for hypothetically implementing renewable energy sources in the U.S. The students were in charge of the entire project, including the difficult challenge of self-organization and project management. Students were then asked to synthesize what they had learned throughout the semester to a panel of experts in the field. Their proposed plan of action incorporated the use of renewable energy sources such as wind energy, tidal energy, solar energy, biofuels, hydrogen fuels, and geothermal heat pumps. The students prioritized a just transition in their proposal, planning for a new economy built on renewable energy. They supported their plan of action with meticulous math, which proved that they would save a bunch of emissions if their plan was implemented, which impressed the panelists.
I gotta say, it made me feel very encouraged. Now, you'll focus very much on the technical stuff, but that left me feeling, technically we can do this.
However, how did this project leave students feeling?
In the context of the whole class, I got really overwhelmed with how I was I don't know how to solve this issue until I'm an expert. But then you realize that's why we have so many people who are in this field working in these giant groups for one solution for a small thing. We need lots of different minds. So I can be one of those minds.
Overall, students felt encouraged because their work clearly illustrated the creative possibilities for crafting a more sustainable future. However, they felt frustrated when they realized that carbon reduction plans, very similar to theirs, had been proposed in the past, only to be met with empty promises by politicians. Students want to work towards designing a carbon-neutral future in their careers. However, they more so want the voices of sustainability experts currently working in their respective fields to be heard, and for renewable energy sources to be adopted today, not tomorrow or even in 4 years when they graduate.